The Todd Shapiro Show, Canada Laughs, SiriusXM 168.
How are things going over at Datametrex, Jeff?
Well, things are operationally, things are great. We've got a lot of things happening. Andrew, who's our CEO and chairman, just returned back from a business trip overseas, and a lot of things moving along on both sort of Nexology and graph blockchain fronts. So our artificial intelligence solutions and our blockchain solutions. So we've got some great things progressing on that side. It's not a sprint. It's definitely sort of a long-haul race when you're working overseas with these clients, but we're very pleased with the progress, and hopefully we'll be able to have an update to the market soon on all those fronts.
That's very exciting, I would imagine. Now, in terms of sort of this blockchain technology and this, cryptocurrency world, and I know you're getting into crypto mining and stuff, this stuff is not going away, is it?
No, as we said before, Todd, and you were at the conference with me, the train has left the station. It's just a matter of how countries are going to regulate on the cryptocurrency side. On the blockchain side, I think there's no doubt about that, and you're starting to see even Fortune 500 big companies adopt blockchain solutions, whether they're centralized or decentralized, so that they can take advantage of the benefits that come with that.
I saw an article, it was just a tweet by, and I know this guy's a bit of a wingnut, but, he's sort of heavily involved in the cryptocurrency world, John McAfee. And he talked about how China is now accepting the inevitability of cryptocurrencies and likely the disappearance of fiat currencies, and that they're slowly starting to regulate this stuff. And that was from the central bank governor. Has there been any truth to that stuff? Has there been any more, news on that front?
Well, we haven't seen anything published on that, but as we've always said from the beginning, and you know that one of our core sort of advantages with Ronin, which is our crypto trading, is our relationship with Gosun Group, which is publicly traded on Shenzhen. They own 60-plus data centers throughout China and Mongolia. They do Tier 1, Tier 2 data center hosting for Alibaba, Tencent, China Telecom. So they're the big guys. They're talking with all the officials in Beijing. They're not going to jeopardize their core business for a crypto mining setup that represents 0.01% of their excess capacity. So we've been working with them, and they've said, listen, Datametrex and Ronin, as we go forward, everything we do is in line with what the officials are telling us. So it's always been our stance that China isn't going to sit back and watch, Japan, South Korea, other nations take the lead on crypto mining and blockchain solutions. China has identified blockchain in their 15-year plan as a key technology going forward, and they want to be global leaders in blockchain solutions. So you have to have a robust mining environment to support that. So it's really, as we've said from the beginning, it's our opinion, and from what we've been told, it's about how they regulate it and how they can bring it in and tax it and make sure that people aren't wildcatting and doing it illegally and only benefiting themselves, not the economy. So, to hear that, despite the source and what people may think of McAfee, because he is a little bit peculiar some days, we really do think that, China is going to move that way. They're not going to sit back and watch Japan be a leader in something. They want to be the leaders.
Well, and I think sort of what it's highlighting anyway is that, and it's that word inevitable, that digital currency is inevitable. Like that I think once people start to wrap their heads around that, in terms of it being a regular day currency for those, that is a I wouldn't say what McAfee would say, because he's talked about doing some things if Bitcoin doesn't get to a certain price in a few years that I would never even consider doing, and I won't even share on this radio, but people can Google what he said. It just seems to make perfect sense with everything else going in such a technological way.
Oh, for sure. And I think, you really need to have that mining side to support the blockchain. And blockchain is changing lives. Like, it's really, beyond just sort of the corporate side of it, the ability to use that solution and be able to interact peer-to-peer. We talked about it in the past, but when you think about people in Africa or unbanked nations, whether it's Africa, Philippines, or some of those sort of third world countries where you've got a lot of people who are unbanked, the cell phone was disruptive for them because it gave them the ability to now have transactions, and now being able to use a blockchain-based cryptocurrency you're now able to sort of be part of that global opportunity. You can buy stuff online. You can use your currency for purchasing stuff that way. So it's really going to change the world for better. So despite other situations, when you look at the humanitarian side of it, it's great. There's some really good things that are coming from it.
Yeah, I think it'll help people in divorces too. No, I'm being serious. You'll see a smart contract because of blockchain, and it'll document everything. I don't mean to make light of that. Like, it's going to just help everything. It's going to help. It's going to help transparency. It's going to help keep tracking of everything. It's going to help reconciliation. It's just too important not to, have continue in this future. And Jeff, it's always nice to have you on the program.
The Todd Shapiro Show. Canada Laughs. SiriusXM 168.